Guys, Mike Pace coming at you with something a little different today. Today we are going to be playing Infected. They added Infected to the community playlist now. The reason I've got it fast forward right now is because, you know, it takes a little bit. The problem with Infected, if you've never played Infected or don't know what it is, here's how it works. Everybody starts off on the same team. And then after 10 seconds, the game will automatically, quote, infect somebody. Now, the infected, they can only use knives to kill people. And as you can see here, the survivors have the Striker and Akimbo FN57s. And the point is to survive as long as possible. Now, the reason I fast forward it right here is because with most infected lobbies, until 5 or 6 people get infected, it's really slow to start. But once it evens itself out is when it gets a lot of fun, and especially once you get more infected than there are survivors, because then it gets a lot of fun. You can seriously rack up some kills, and as you watch, I actually almost get a Moab on here. I go 17-0 before I die. So, but we'll get to that in a minute. But Infected, it's a really interesting twist on a game mode, because a lot of people, if you ever played like Modern Warfare 2 or even on Black Ops, you know, when you do private lobbies with a lot of friends, you played probably game types like Mike Myers and stuff like that, where it was essentially the same thing. The survivors got one certain weapon, and then Mike Myers got, you know, a knife, and that was it. And it was his job to kill everybody. And once he killed people, they swapped over, you know, to his side and went around knifing people. And essentially, this is the same exact thing. You have the infecteds, you have the survivors. Now, when they first talked about adding this game type to the list, I was following Robert Bowling on Twitter at 402, and he said that for the majority, it's going to be one of two weapons load-ups on all maps. It's either going to be infected have knives and throwing knives versus the survivors, who will have either Strikers and Claymores with Akimbo FN57s, or it's going to be the survivors will have Akimbo 44 mags and C4, and that's it. Now, they also said that on the rare occasion, like 1 out of every 50 infected matches you play, it's going to be on Dome, to where the infected is a juggernaut with a knife, and the survivors have Mark 46s and RPGs. Now, that was supposed to be a rare occasion. They have not... Well, they did patch it today, but up until today, when this first started on Sunday, I played Jugs versus Mark 46 on Dome 5 times in a row. I mean, it's just every time it came up for rotation, I mean, literally, we played it, it would show back up in map rotation, everybody would vote it back in. We'd drop out, go into a new lobby, everybody voted that one back in. So, I mean, it got really, really old. But Infected is still a fun game type. Now, they did patch it today. They took out throwing knives, because the Infected originally had throwing knives. They took that out, and they added in a lot more weapons, more weapon possibilities for the survivors. Such as earlier I was playing on C-Town, where the survivors had the RSAS sniper rifle. I was also playing on Arcaden, where the survivors had the PP90 M1s. So they still have a lot of work to do with it to kind of even it out, because, you know, if you give, especially with the PP90, there's no hope for any infected if all the survivors have the PPM90s. There's no hope. They really do need to patch this and put it more on an even keel. Like this right here, the Striker, it's fine. You know, this map we did really good. Especially, you know, like I said, I went 17-0 before I died. But the Striker, you know, as you can see right there, it doesn't have the range. They put the damage proficiency on it, but they didn't put the range proficiency on it. So it's still not as overpowered as it was. They nerfed it down for this. But you start putting, you know, the RSASS, that's got a 20 round mag for a sniper rifle, and it's a semi-automatic, so you can double and triple tap that thing no problem. And then, you know, you start doing the PPM90, you know, that's a submachine gun. They really do need to work on this a lot. Now, again, having said that, this is a fantastic game mode to play. It's something just to get you out of the norm. If you're tired of playing Kill Confirmed or Domination or Team Defender or free-for-alls, go play a round or two in Infected. It is a lot of fun, especially if you get in a lobby with good people. Not good play-wise people, but good as in just good attitude people. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. You know, you don't get in there with a bunch of random Christmas noobs or anything like that. You get in there with some good, decent guys, you know, with a good attitude, good players, just fun to be with. And this game mode is a lot of fun because that's what it's intended to be. It's not a competitive game mode. And this is where I screw up. And I tried getting back up there, not fast enough. 17-1 now. I was so pissed right there. I was going for the Moab. I was so pissed off. Anyway, we'll just speed it up from here because there's... You hang it up from here. Once you hold the top of that truck, that's it. But yeah, give Infected a try. It is super fun. I've got another video coming up on Dome. I think it was one of the Juggernaut matches. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more. I've got some more Domination and everything coming up. Guys, Mike Pace Rocks signing out.